Uh-oh. Y'all showing out already. My name is Jackie Phillips, but I'm affectionately known as JP. This evening, I'm going to share how being my authentic self shaped my life. So, welcome to Still Swagged Out. I'll start with my family. I have 10 siblings. Y'all heard that right. 10 siblings. I've lost 4 of them, and both of my parents, well, they grew up on plantations. My father, the chief, in 1930, and my mother, the queen, in 1936. We lost the queen in 2016, but we are more than blessed to still have the chief with us. He's 93 with dementia. Yes. I miss and love my siblings and the queen, and I hope I make them proud. With very little education between them, my parents made sure that the lessons of love, faith, family, and being yourself danced around our home often. They did the very best that they could, and I believe that with my whole heart. I spent a great deal of my childhood in a place called the Cochran Gardens. It was built in 1953 and demolished in 2006. The Cochran wasn't seen as an ideal place for a family, but the Cochran is what I call a junkyard jewel. See, it's a little rough around the edges, not much to look at first, but once you start to dig in, you start to see the beauty and value. In the Cochran, you had every personality imaginable, so it would be easy to get lost. This was in the 80s, so y'all know that there was plenty of other madness to go along with that jambalaya of personalities. However, I got the privilege of a village that poured into me, both men and women of all ages. I heard how smart, talented, and unique I was at an early age. This would impact how I viewed myself and how I responded to how the world viewed me. If someone had an issue with me playing the drums, playing basketball, or wearing what felt good to me, that was their problem, not mine. With my praying parents, protective siblings, and the Cochran, they let me know that being me was not only okay, it was what they expected of me. So fast forward with me to 2005, when I got the God nudge to become an entrepreneur. I know madness, right? Shout out to my original mentors, Rick and Steve, I miss you both. But I carried the message you both gave to me. Lead with God, love, and be you. That's your most valuable asset. When I started consulting, we would bid on contracts in person, so the competitive energy was high. So I didn't realize at the time that me showing up with my locks, my tinted glasses, and by the way, this isn't to look cool, I need these joints to see. And clean, I might add, I show up sharp. I would upset folks. Plus, I'll be honest, I know my shit. And so when I would walk in full of confidence, I would offend. You see, being a Black woman and a lesbian made people make me a target even without knowing my skill set. I dealt with the comments, the crazy looks, and even physical threats. I had one guy throw a chair at me. A whole grown man threw a chair at me because I won a contract over him. But that never caused me to waver from showing up as JP. Even when I was scared, frustrated, unsure, and alone, they still got JP, the swagged out geek. Now, don't get me wrong. There are still times, and there were times, where there were plenty of tears, yelling, punching the air, and y'all, I love God, but I cuss a little bit. But I just kept showing up at JP, and that authenticity won. So fast forward to the present, and showing up as JP has taken my brand and businesses to heights only God saw for me. This swagged out geek has served in the U.S. Army with sickle cell, volunteered over 500 hours coaching the youth on entrepreneurship and leadership. I built a recruiting firm from a $1,500 investment and sold it for over $3 million. I became the director of team operations for the men's semi-pro basketball team. They've been champions 5 of the last 8 years. I launched a television network with a small team. We have over 3 million views and counting. And those shows are also podcasts with over 300,000 listeners. I serve 2,000 meals weekly with some of my business partners. We've done that for the last 3 years. I've coached several small businesses to win government contracts totaling over $16 million and counting. 2023 isn't done yet. I've coached over 200 people to launch their podcast globally. I've collaborated with Roku, Microsoft, Lenovo, Spotify, VH1, ABC 30, Amazon Fire, and more. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I've built a client portfolio that touches all 7 continents. I'm grateful to God, my family, my lady, and my team. Without them, I'd be walking around lost, but still swagged out though. As I prepare to close out, I want to share how I center myself and pull the strength to always be authentic JP. And I pray it resonates with you. So I close my eyes and I take a deep breath and I do a quick scan from head to toe, or should I say from silver to toe. And I thank God for every inch of me. And then I say this affirmation. Today, I decide and declare to be me, full of enthusiasm and full of faith. I am an unstoppable conqueror protected by God. More of you, Father, less of me. Thank you all with my whole heart for listening. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Many blessings.